That's an important part of this as we go forward as well.
I asked the question because, as you know, the president of Egypt, El-Sisi, he wants to create this pan-Arab ground force, if you will.
Well, I think it's important. I think for the first time in the last couple of weeks, we've seen Jordan, not only, the king has been very clear about this for a long time, but I think you've now seen the people of Jordan very clear that they want to do something against ISIS. Now we have Egypt that's come out and said we got to do something about ISIS. So we're starting to see the leaders in the Middle East starting to coalesce around this is a problem that we have to deal with. I think that's important. And I think that'll be very important as we move forward because we need them all to be involved. So I think we want to be able to build a coalition that wants to assist because that's, in my mind, without that, it's always going to be difficult to rid ourselves of this threat.
A few technical points, and then I'm going to move on. The Peshmerga, the Kurdish fighters, they're friendly to the United States, they're loyal, they're fierce, but they don't have the weaponry they need. Sometimes we've shown video, they're using World War II artillery pieces. The weapons the United States provides the Kurds still goes through the central government in Baghdad, and eventually some of it trickles up to the Kurds. Why not provide the weapons directly to the Kurds?
Well, again, I would just say I think the Peshmerga are part of the Iraqi security forces. We're honoring the sovereignty of Iraq by providing them the equipment so they can then provide it to the Peshmerga. We have paid a lot more attention to the Peshmerga in terms of training. We have a lot of European allies who are helping the Peshmerga as well. And so I think that's starting to show some progress. And I think we're starting to increase their capability.
Now, the U.S. has provided over the last couple of months a lot of military equipment to the Iraqi army, thousands of weapons specifically. Are you confident those weapons will remain in the hands of the Iraqi military, that they won't wind up in the hands of ISIS, as a lot of other U.S. military equipment
I think as we're doing the training this time, we are very focused on making sure the units we are putting together are going to stay together and stick together. Now, I can never guarantee 100% that they will stick together, but I think part of the training we're doing is ensuring that they build confidence in themselves and they have the confidence and will to conduct the operation.
So you're upbeat about that. Here's what troubles me as a U.S. taxpayer. The U.S. taxpayers are paying for all these weapons that we're giving to the Iraqi military. Iraq is an OPEC member, an oil exporting country. They've got money. Why aren't they purchasing these weapons? Why are we just giving them millions and millions of dollars worth of...
Well, first, they have purchased billions of dollars worth of equipment from the United States.
But the most recent...
No, I understand that. But they have